proud of them for what they did tonight, just in really everything leading up to preparing themselves for this game, to come on the road, to play against a really good LSU team. There's obviously a lot of history with this game and being here, but the most important thing tonight was just what we had to do with this team in order to be successful and find a way to win, and those guys did that. We finished, which I'm proud of our team for that. I thought guys stepped up and made some really great plays tonight, and that needs to happen in big games like this. LSU's a good football team. That was a tremendous environment tonight, and our guys were able to handle that and to focus in, and I thought they did a really good job of that. Coaches made adjustments. There was a lot of things that happened in this game that we had to overcome, but ultimately tonight was about this football team, certainly about the fans and people that have been a part of this program for a long time. We're very happy for them. So that was something that our guys were very proud of. They were able to accomplish that. And, I felt it in the locker room, just something that is really important that we have to have on this team is just that camaraderie and that belief in each other and guys supporting their teammates when they're on the field. And then going out there, like I said, we made some plays tonight. LSU made plays, and it's just a back and forth. It was a tight ball game, but at the end of it, we were able to finish. So, from my standpoint, for everybody, really good work leading into this game, and a lot of that stuff showed up. So we have to continue that, and that's got to be the mentality that we take moving forward. Tonight, though, we're going to enjoy this. We're going to get on the plane, get home. It's going to be late, and then we got to turn around, get right back to work. But we're going to enjoy the LSU win, and we're going to enjoy the things that we did this week to come in here and find a way to win this ball game. So questions?
Question from Mark Murphy.
Hey, Coach, talk about you were super aggressive on play calling and some gambling situations. Talk about your mindset on doing that, and also Bo leading the team down with a 92-yard drive late.
Well, first I'll start with Bo. I think Bo did a great job this week coming off the last game and getting himself prepared for playing LSU and going back on the road. I thought TJ did a great job this week as well. That was pre-planned to have TJ come in there on that third drive, and he had earned that opportunity through the week of practice. But again, I've said this, a lot goes into just the attention of the quarterback position. More importantly, our team, our defense, our special teams, things that we did on the offensive side, tight ends, wide receivers, tailbacks, O-line, everybody doing their job. That was what I wanted to see and what we all wanted to see from each other in this game. It really came down to just a simple do your job phrase that we've said before, and making sure that we played one play at a time, just focus on that, take care of what you have to do, make sure we got the substitutions correct. But still plenty of things that we're going to have to continue to keep working on. The first part of your question again, I know you talked about Bo. What was the first part?
Yeah, you talked very aggressive in some down goes, and then also the onside kick to start the second half.
Yeah, that was, it was there. It was there, and their kid made a good play. We were there. We were there to make that play, and that's something that we had prepared and done a really good job in practice. That's why we felt confident about it. Our guys had shown that in practice, and they had done it at a very high level. I thought they did a good job of seeing it a little bit late. But at the same time, that's a play that we can make, and we know that. At the same time, it put our defense in a difficult situation, and we had talked about that coming out at half, and the defense stepped up. I think we gave up 3 points on that drive, which was a difference. That's a huge, opportunity for the defense to really step up, and they did that. As far as the fourth downs, we needed to do that. We needed to be aggressive. When you're on the road and you're playing a really good team, you got to find ways to make plays and continue drives. And honestly, those plays, it really came down to Bo. Bo scrambled and guys got open, and we were able to finish it. And that was not so much the play call itself. I think the idea behind it is good, but at the end of the day, the players made plays, and that's the bottom line. And so, if we can continue to be aggressive at times, and our guys can make those plays, then that's a key to our success. It was tonight. I don't know if that's something in the future, but that's certainly something tonight in this game plan that we had to do. We felt like we needed to do to win.
Go to Jordan Hill.
Bryan, I want to ask about the defense. They scored that touchdown in the first quarter. After that, you guys held them to 4 field goals. Just what did you see from the response as the game went on from the defense?
Well, exactly what you just said, a response. It's hard. I mean, you're playing against a quarterback that I think is, and we all think is a tremendous player. You're playing at their place against a really good LSU team as far as, just physical, and they got good athletes and they got good schemes. So our defense being able to make adjustments. It wasn't, they did things too in the game. We prepare a certain way, then they have their adjustments that they make every week. And so you've got to be able to see, all right, what is their game plan? That's always the hardest thing for defense, because offenses are going to game plan and have different things that they're going to try to do to attack you. And so every single week you think and then you get into the game and you really got to just dissect what's happening. And I thought the defensive staff, I thought the defensive players all did a really good job on the sideline, making those adjustments, making things at halftime, making adjustments at halftime that we needed to make to come out there and continue playing that way. And, LSU throws the ball quite a bit. And they were hitting some guys, and, they had a wheel route there towards the end. They got, he bobbled it a little bit. And so, that helped put him in a 4th down situation. But they were able to make some plays too. We were in the right position. I thought we did a good job in coverage. I thought we did some things on the defensive side that gave us an advantage, and that we could capitalize on, some of those opportunities from the calls and from the adjustments that we made. And there were chances. There was that tip ball. Really want to have that. That was huge. Their quarterback did a good job of getting in the mix and knocking it down. That's a smart play by him. So it was just overall, really, there were things that our defense did tonight as far as communication and adjustments that I was really, really happy to see, and they were able to execute them.
We'll stick with the people that are here. Go to Ike Jones.
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to talk a little bit about Bo Nix. Was it more of an intent for you all tonight to get him to use his legs a little bit more? It seemed like that was just kind of part of the game plan as opposed to previously in the season.
It was part of the game plan tonight. And, that's something, Bo's a weapon with his legs. He's able to make guys miss. He can run. And I think that's good for him. That's part of his game that makes him the type of player that he is. And so I thought the offensive staff had a good plan for him to utilize him in the run game, to utilize, some movement, but also for him to stand back there and really be a really good thrower. And he showed that. He set his feet, did a good job. And that's what I appreciate about any player is just, things you need to work on. That's what you go back and watch film on. That's why you evaluate yourself. That's why you sit there on Sundays and you assess, okay, where am I at? What am I doing? What are we doing? And then every player's got to really look at themselves and say, here's the things that I know I need to work on. Here's the things that the coaches think that we need to do a better job of. And then you go out there and you do exactly that. You work on it, throughout the week. So those are things that we had in the game plan. Those are plays in practice that we made. And then that's why we had confidence tonight going into the game, because we could see that intentional work that our guys were doing, Bo in particular, to have the type of game that he had tonight and be able to call those plays and make the plays that he did. So, like I've said, this goes back to you don't just make it up on Saturday nights. You work really, really hard. You spend a tremendous amount of time to go out there and be able to do those things, and then you got a defense that's trying to stop you from doing it. And there were things in there. You saw the same game I saw. He made plays. Things broke down, and then he was able to make things happen, but our line gave him some time. We didn't have an extra defender where he could make someone miss, because he will do that in space, and then guys got open. And when they did, they went up, they made the catch. Still an area that we're improving on, but we made the plays that we needed to make in this game to win the game.
We've got time for 2 more. We'll go to Bennett Durando and then Justin Ferguson.
Bryan, I asked you last week what was going through your mind on TJ's 4th down play, and you said you probably couldn't share that. So I want to ask now, what was going through your mind on Bo's touchdown pass to Tyler as he kept eluding guys?
It's about the same thing, really. And that's a credit to our quarterbacks. TJ the week before made a tremendous play to win the game. Bo made a tremendous play again tonight. And you know, you're watching as the play unfolds, and you know that, you know, something had broken down, and now you're at that point where, okay, there's some rules that we put in when those things happen, but it really comes down to guys, you know, having an understanding that when that does, we're going to try to be in a certain area, but he's got to still be able to shake all those defenders and give himself an opportunity to make a throw, and that's what TJ did, and that's what Bo did tonight. And those guys are capable of doing that. We've seen it. You know, we have evidence that those guys can do those things, which in turn gives our receivers and everybody on the offensive side hope that if it doesn't go perfectly, we still can make a play. And in football, most of the time, that's how really good things happen. You know, you're going to have 4 or 5 of those plays in the game where it breaks down like that and you make plays. You make a throw, you make a catch, you make a run, whatever it is. And I was really proud of Bo for the effort that he gave tonight. He's a competitor. TJ is a competitor. But tonight, Bo was, you know, made some things really happen, and that was a difference in the game. Just his ability to extend plays, to keep his eyes downfield. And I'll just say this, from a quarterback standpoint, that is hard to do when people are bearing down on you. You know, it's natural to go put your eyes right on what's right in front of you, but to be able to move and elude and make things happen and keeping your eyes downfield to look to your players that are getting open and then execute a throw while you're going through all that, that's one of the most difficult things to do. And, you know, those guys were able to make it. And I think it goes back to the kind of competitors that we have on this team and the kind of competitor Bo is. You know, you respond and you put your team in the best position because you can make plays and you can extend opportunities like that, and you give your guys a chance to go out and do what we did in this game tonight.
Let's finish with Justin Ferguson.
Right, it seemed like you guys for a while had a hard time getting the running game going with what LSU was doing, but on that last drive, you get Jarquez to pop the big one on the perimeter. He finishes it off on the ground. How big was it for your guys to be able to, you know, on that final drive, get back to the ground game and finish it off?
Awesome. Sometimes in a game, sometimes you got to throw it. Sometimes you're throwing the ball. Sometimes you're utilizing that part of your game, and at some point the run game is going to be there. It never goes away. Not, at least not for us. It never goes away. We'll have our moment where we'll get a chance to run the ball. And Jarquez is a true freshman out there playing really well. And know this, he's learning every single game. But he's into it. I thought Sean Shivers tonight made some plays for us, third downs, getting himself open and just utilizing his ability and speed. And Sean is very reliable, and he, you know, we're getting him back into the mix. You know, Tank ran hard. So all 3 of those guys are able to make plays, and it was good to see Jarquez come in there and be able to punch it in. But to put that drive together too, I don't know how many plays it was to finish that drive and to score, but we put a string of plays together and we executed it, and that's exactly what we're looking for every time we step on the field on offense, just execution. Making the plays we know we're able to make. There's going to be off-schedule plays that we're able to go out there and create that we did tonight. But the run game's always there. Sometimes it doesn't go like you anticipate it early on because LSU's damn good. They got dudes up front and they're trying to stop the run. And I'm sure that's what they say in their defensive meetings, stop the run. So they did that, but we were able to get the run game going when we needed it most. And you know, there was one run we hit on the left side, and if you look at it, we set an edge. The tight ends did a great job. We got tackles pulling, Troxels pulling. We got guys around in front. Like, you don't make those runs if guys aren't doing their job in front of you and fitting up guys and landing blocks, and that's exactly what we did. So without watching the play exactly, I know those guys went out there and were able to do their job in that moment and execute at a high level to create that type of play that we needed. And that's exactly what we have to continue to keep doing, is just working on those things so that we can make those in games.
Coach, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Hey, War Eagle.